This doesn't make any sense at all. As we all know, Anthony Davis is currently sidelined with a left adductor strain that they did decide not to get surgery that could have sidelined Anthony Davis for the rest of the season, and instead they opted in for extensive and very cautious therapy that should have him back within the next few weeks. Even Shams reported that Anthony Davis would only miss several weeks, but a new article that came out today highlighted the fact that we actually don't have a timetable for Anthony Davis, and that the Dallas Mavericks may not know when he's actually going to return. So in this video, we're going to take a look at this article, see exactly what's going on with Anthony Davis. Do we actually have a timetable? As well as we do have an update on Dwight Powell and his return to action. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, we're currently sitting at 19,798 subscribers, just less than 200 subs away from 20K. But if you want to be up to date on everything Mavericks related, with our watch-alongs, our news vids, our giveaways, and everything else in between, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a single thing that we do. But by now, unless you've been living under a rock, Anthony Davis is currently injured. He's out with a left adductor strain. He suffered this injury. It was a non-contact injury during his debut against the Houston Rockets in the third quarter. And there have been a lot of different reports flying around Anthony Davis because he himself said he felt fine. It was just a spasm. He wanted to come back in that game. But the trainers and the health staff, they advised against it. Days later, it came out like, oh, you are actually going to miss much more time than just a few games due to this is now being labeled a left adductor strain. And if we take a look right here, it was Shams who tweeted out that the Dallas Mavericks star Anthony Davis is expected to miss multiple weeks with a left adductor strain. Sources tell ESPN his absence could stretch to a month. Now, this is still no real official report. This is all still just estimates. He could miss multiple weeks. It could stretch to a month. We also found out that his options were either getting surgery, which could sideline him for the rest of the season, or just go through therapy. It might take a few weeks, but they'll be very, very cautious and very, very extensive in this therapy, and that was the route that they took. However, we still don't have an official timetable from the Dallas Mavericks. As we all know, the Dallas Mavericks are very tight-lipped when it comes to injuries and when players will come back. It's even Jason Kidd asking him a question on, hey, how is so-and-so doing? When is so-and-so going to come back? You're going to get a very non-answer from Jason Kidd. He's going to tell you everything you don't want to hear. Oh, we have no idea. Oh, he's been putting up shots, but he's still not anywhere coming back. And then the next game, he could be fully healthy, like Dante Exum. There was no real reports leading up to his return. Just one day, hey, he's available. Cool. Sounds good to us. And if we take a look right here, a tweet came out from Mavs Nation saying the Mavericks aren't sure when Anthony Davis will be back. He had a little article with it, and I had to quote tweet that saying, what you mean we don't know? Because I was under the impression that it was like 6 to 8 weeks. It could be a month, maybe 2 months, or I was hearing that mid-March Anthony Davis will be back. But if we take a look at this article, it actually shows that there's no real timetable. In the article highlighted saying Mavericks remain tight-lipped about Anthony Davis' injury status, and in that article it reads, the team has yet to announce a firm treatment course for Davis. Whether or not surgery can be avoided in response to the adductor strain he sustained in his Mavericks bout against Houston on February 8th, Stein wrote on Friday before confirming that the Mavericks had no update on Sunday night. There has likewise been no projected recovery timetable publicly established by the Mavericks for Davis. It is believed that the absence of a publicly shared timetable is by design as Davis pursues a non-surgical route to recovery. One source close to the process told the Stein line on Wednesday that no timetable has been established for Davis' return to the lineup beyond the mutual determination reached by the Mavericks and the Davis camp that both parties will be cautious in bringing him back. So there's many different ways you can look at this. You can look at this in one hand, which a lot of very hopeful and very positive Mavericks fans are looking at this, that it's going to be okay. Like I said earlier in this video, the Mavericks keep a lot of their medical news tight-lipped and very close to their chest. We never know who's going to be back until probably that game or that day before. So yes, if you're a positive Mavericks fan, if you're trying to be more optimistic about all of this, you probably think that he's okay. Give it a few weeks, about 4 to 6 weeks, maybe not even like a full month, and Anthony Davis will be back. Whereas other people may read this as maybe Anthony Davis could miss the full season. Obviously, he's not going the surgery route, or he would have had it already. However, maybe the Mavericks aren't really telling us the full story. Maybe this left adductor strain is more serious, and they plan on just shutting him down for the rest of the season. Go through your therapy, go the non-surgery route, and maybe next season you'll be fine as you'll have a full summer. I've seen a lot of different conspiracy theories that some people do believe that this is a lot worse than what they're telling us, and that's why they're not saying anything. That's why there's no no official timetable, whereas a lot more other Mavericks fans, and I might be leaning more towards this side as well, as it's just the Mavericks never really giving us a timetable. Just the other day, someone asked Jason Kidd about Dwight Powell when he's going to return, and we were given a very non-answer from Jason Kidd saying he doesn't know, that there is no update. But in this video, we will have an update for Dwight Powell. So that just shows that, yeah, maybe this isn't as bad as it seems, or maybe it is just that bad. And this article does continue by saying getting into the playoffs may become a big obstacle if Davis is forced to miss a lot of time. Davis, Daniel Gafford, Derrick Lively are all out right now, leaving Dallas extremely thin in the front court for the time being. Teams will be able to beat up the Mavericks on the interior until they get at least one of those bigs back, which could make it difficult for them to climb the standings. As it stands, the Mavericks are currently in 8th place in the Western Conference after 2 straight wins heading to the All-Star break. However, a challenging March schedule will make it difficult for them to continue to string wins together with this many injuries in the front court. Now, yes, we're missing Davis, we're missing Daniel Gafford, Derrick Lively. We're also missing PJ, which he just had an ankle sprain. There really has been no news about that, as that's been a very common injury amongst the Mavericks. He should be back after the All-Star break playing this Friday. But we're also without Dwight Powell. We're dealing with a lot of small ball lineups, and in the upcoming weeks on our schedule, it's not the hardest schedule, but it's not the easiest schedule as well. We will play the Milwaukee Bucks a few times. We will play the Lakers. We will play the Pacers. Some of those teams have actual bigs that will be a problem for us, even if we are playing small ball. Max, as well as Kessler Edwards, as well as Max Christie. They've been playing amazing defense, having to play that center position, having to double team the bigs, having to be very creative. Props go out to Jason Kidd for having to figure it out on the fly. You don't have Luka, you don't have Derrick Lively, no Daniel Gafford, no Anthony Davis, and yet we still find ways to win. Over the last 10 games, the Dallas Mavericks have been ranked the 29th defense in the league. We are at the bottom, and yet we still find ways to win. So even if we are without Anthony Davis for extended time, even if we do have to just figure it out on the fly with these weird small ball lineups that don't make sense, if our track record has shown, if what has been transpiring before the All-Star break continues after the All-Star break, we should be okay. However, a timetable for Anthony Davis would be nice. It would probably make fans a lot more at ease dealing with these trades, dealing with these injuries, as with Daniel Gafford having to miss possibly 2 months with a really, really severe right knee sprain. We could use some good news, and maybe today was a day where we finally got some good news. As we take a look right here, Mavs Film Room, they tweeted out saying Dwight Powell hasn't played in exactly 1 month because of a hip injury. And the latest update was 6 days ago from Jason Kidd saying there was no update. But Grant Afseth gave us that update, saying, for what it's worth, I was told that Dwight Powell has done full workouts in Miami during All-Star break. Someone who observed told me I wouldn't have known he was coming back from something if you hadn't mentioned it. We're still waiting a clear official update though, and like I've said in this video, the Mavericks don't ever want to give us an update until that very last minute where they're probably expected or they're probably supposed to give us an update. Obviously, they can't just say that he's injured up until the final minutes, but maybe the day before a game, we'll find out that Dwight Powell is maybe questionable. Maybe he's upgraded, downgraded to doubtful, upgraded questionable until, oh yeah, he's cleared to play. Same with Anthony Davis, same with Daniel Gafford, same with Derrick Lively, same with PJ Washington. The downside of being a Mavericks fan on top of everything right now is the fact that they just don't ever have that transparency when it comes to injuries with the fans. We are just sitting here waiting. And with a player like Anthony Davis that we did get in a trade, in a crazy, crazy trade, with his health injury or his health history always being just up and down, more so down than up, I would expect them to give the fans a real update, a real timetable, be more honest with us, as yes, we are winning games, but we'd love to see us win games with the team fully healthy, and just tell us, just let us know, when can we expect guys coming back? But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think that Anthony Davis is actually going to be gone for the rest of the season? Or do you think that, they're just not going to really tell us and he's going to be back in the next 4 to 6 weeks and everything will be fine? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. We can have a conversation about it. But that's what I got for you guys today. Thanks for being started to the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing a giveaway every single month on this channel. Only way to enter our giveaways is become a channel member of any tier. But till next time, y'all take care, drink water. Peace.